Hi there, my beautiful beings. How are you today? So in this gorgeous video, I wanted to start with this one. It's actually the last of the series that I put together, but I'd start with it when I upload them because I just thought the videos to come, I don't want people thinking that I've taken anything on as a personal attack, because I don't. We need to remember, I think this is what we want to bring forward with this video, that we are here to push you outside of your comfort zone. We are here to help you out of your box, to see things from different perspectives, always to see from different angles, the same things. So many times it'll feel like, we're talking about the same topic, but we're looking at it in a different way. Something new will come up. And this is the beautiful thing about leveling up. When you awaken spiritually and you start to level up and you level up, and it's like this computer game, where you level up and you get more skills. Each level, we get to see the same things, but through different eyes. We're now looking at it so differently because we have different information within us about that. When I go back to look at my experiences with my mum, it's always so different. Each time is different. Something new comes through that I look at and I'm like, oh, wow. So the videos that are coming through, the next few videos, are all about judgments and beliefs. And there's a lot of passion that's come through because at the moment, I'm really in a place of expansion. Like I really feel it, And this expansion is this trying to break through the limiting beliefs that are keeping us small, breaking through the limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, that are keeping you in your comfort zone. Because what happens in our comfort zone is what is known, right? We know this. And even if you're not comfortable in your comfort zone, like you don't really like what's around you, but you know this. And sometimes it's scary to step into the unknown. Say, financially, you've got $0 in your bank account, and this is how it's been forever, and you're in debt. This was us for a really long time. You're in debt. This is what you know. This is what you're comfortable with. But for one moment, just imagine what would life be like if you didn't have that debt. What would your life be like? Now, let's go the extra step. For those who aren't in debt, what would it be like if you were wealthy, money-wise? We're talking about money because wealth has nothing to do with money, but we're just talking about if you were rich, money-wise, however it is you want to phrase that. And say you had $10 million in the bank and there's lots of money still coming in. That is the unknown. That is stretching yourself into a new reality. But what's been brought to my awareness, and this keeps coming up a lot lately, is that we can't create this new reality for ourselves if we won't let go of the old one. You can't create it from your old beliefs, your old limiting beliefs, and your old judgments. If you still have judgments that money is bad, that money only corrupt people make money, you can't create a new reality for yourself with money. You're still tied to those old beliefs, those old judgments around it. Nothing new can be created from the old way of thinking. This is where we're going. And so many of these videos are really to push you outside of that thinking, to look at it in a different way. A way that perhaps makes sense, but, oh, okay. I didn't think of it that way. I couldn't see it that way before. Because many times when we are in a relationship or no relationship, say, a lot of people live on their own. This is the problem with me. I have a fixed way of seeing things. And so I really need my husband to be kicking me up the bum sometimes, kicking my pants or whatever the expression is, to shift my way of looking at things, because I get into a groove of it's this way and I can't see it any other way. And so for me, it's so helpful for him sometimes to come in and to say something. And then I'm like, oh, wait. I have to remind myself there's infinite ways I can look at this, not just this way. This isn't the only way it can be done, you know? But we get into that groove. Oh, this is the only way it can be done, especially when you're on your own, because you don't have other people constantly giving you feedback. Wait a minute, you know, what if you do it this way? What if you do it that way? What if, you know, have you looked at it from this angle rather than always looking at it from this angle? Have you tried something new? That's what other people do, you know. That's the beauty, the magic, the gift of having others in your life. And perhaps for you, if you live on your own, I am that other person at the moment that is creating this for you, assisting you in seeing things in a different way, not always the same. In order to create a new reality, you already have to see yourself in that reality. You have to have the belief, the judgments of that person already. So, using that example, okay, of being financially rich, right? Money in the bank, the $10 million. If you're not that person at the moment, but you're debt-free, right? And that's, okay, you aspiring to that. Oh, that would be lovely, right? But you can't get there thinking the way you're thinking right now, because you're thinking right now, the way you think right now is what has you in this current reality. How would that person think? The person that has the $10 million. If you put yourself in that place and you had $10 million in the bank, would you be worried about how you're going to pay your next electricity bill, for example? Would you be worried about how you're going to make the next repayment on your car? Would these things be in your mind at all if you had $10 million sitting in your bank account? How would you dress? Would you dress any differently if you had that money in your account? If that was your reality, would you be living in the house you're living in now? Would you be living somewhere else? How would your life change? What would your beliefs around money be if you had $10 million? I'm just using that as a number, just, you know, as a number. You cannot create a new reality with the limiting beliefs and judgments that you have in this moment. The beliefs, the thoughts that you have in this moment are what are creating your reality now. So what I keep picking up on in my awareness is that to be in that new reality, you need to see yourself already there, already having those thoughts of, I'm already here. It's already done. And you can take steps towards, okay, how do I get there? Every day you can make decisions and take steps and start planning towards how to get there. But first you need to let go of those limiting beliefs. And that's where my passion is right now. Letting go of the stuff that no longer serves us. It no longer serves us. Me not showering while I have periods, it no longer serves my experience. I already know that's not true. If I had to bake a ham, I don't need to cut off the ends of the ham. And all of this will be explained in later videos. You'll see the examples there. It's not necessary. I can bake the whole ham and enjoy every single bit of it. So, my beautiful beings, when you really, really, really start to look at your beliefs and you understand that you learnt all these beliefs, you weren't born with them. You didn't come in with them. You learnt them, and they would shape and create your reality. Up until this point, every day is a new opportunity for you to create anew. But you have to know in your heart, you can't create anything new with the old beliefs and the old judgments, with what's created your reality up until now. Up until now, if you look at your life and your life has been all resentment and unforgiveness and anger, and you look at your life and this is what you have, you can't create anything different if you're going to move forward with that same resentment and unforgiveness and anger. If you're going to keep moving forward with that, you can't create anything new. You're just going to keep creating the same as what you've got now. If you're going to keep moving forward with the same thoughts, that money's bad, that money's evil, whatever beliefs you have around money. You see, we've been taught somehow that wealth has something to do with money. Wealth. Being wealthy, being rich, has everything to do with a number in your bank account. And for some, it may be $1 million. Oh, if I have that, I'm rich. For some, it may be 10 million. For some, it may be 1 billion. For some, it may be 1 trillion. For some, it may be there's not enough zeros for me to feel rich or wealthy enough. And wealth has nothing to do with what's in your bank account right now, or what will be in your bank account in the future. So, my beautiful beings, when you understand that, you'll realize that money is just serving you. If you had 10 million in the bank, if you had 50 million in the bank, 100, whatever, if you don't understand what wealth is, you're not going to feel wealthy or rich, no matter how many zeros are in your bank account with a digit in front of it. Wealth has everything to do with who you are. It has nothing to do with who you are and who you are being. It has to do with you being. It has nothing to do with you, what you're doing or how much you have. It has nothing to do with material things. We've just been taught this. That somehow all of this stuff that we have around us equals wealth. But there's plenty of rich people that have lots of money in the bank that aren't happy, that aren't at peace, that aren't unconditional love. They should already be showing you that that is not the answer to wealth and abundance. Wealth, and this was something that we were trying to bring through with the videos where we were talking about Jesus. Wealth is knowing that you are peace already, without all of that. Wealth, being wealthy, is knowing that you are peace. And wealth is knowing that you are love beyond measure. It can't be measured, the love that you are. Being rich, being wealthy is knowing who you are and not needing any of these things outside of you to prove that you are any of that. This is true wealth. This is true abundance. And this is what Jesus was trying to bring through in his lifetime. Who you are is more than anything of this world. More. Way more. Nothing of this world compares to who you are. Nothing to what you are, my beautiful beings. This incredible, intelligent energy that is in all things is what you are. And it is here experiencing itself through you. When you understand that, there'll be no need for judgment ever. You'll see the beauty of it. Oh, everything I've been through, Spirit was experiencing that. We were gaining this knowledge, this wisdom of what it's like to not be peace, of what it's like to not be joy. What is it like to not be the love that you are? What is that? This is what the human experience is for. And in doing all of that, in going through all of that in this human vessel, everything you go through, you expand into more joy, more love, and more peace. So, my beautiful beings, wealth comes when you realize who you are. And when you do, you realize you don't need anything. And that includes everything. That includes your partner, your children, your parents, when you realize you are the love, you are it. There is nothing you need. Nothing. And these beautiful beings that are around you, your partner, your parents, your children, they're a bonus. That you get to share your life with them, your experiences with them, you get to share. But you are the love. You are it. You always were, you always will be. You are the most precious. My beautiful being. This is true wealth. It was never out there in something else, in someone else. It was always you. Always. All right, my beautiful beings. So know in your heart that no matter what you comment below, no matter what is said or what you want to share, it will never be taken as a personal attack. What people share is always an expression of where they are in their life right now. It's not who they are. It's not even who they are. You're just expressing, look, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at on my journey. This is what I am experiencing. But it's not who you are. You are love beyond measure. Remember that. Say that to yourself 1,000 times a day. And see how you feel at the end of the day. I am love beyond measure. I am unconditional love. There are no conditions. No conditions for me to be this love. I don't need anything to be the love that I am. I don't need anyone to be the love that I am. I just am this love. That's it. That is true wealth. I get it now. All right, my beautiful beings. I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. We love you dearly. Bye for now.